Welcome to the Cairo Center for Health and Well-Being in Cairo, Egypt. My name is Leslie Zaire, and I'm a sacred dance and esoteric wisdom teacher. And I also created the Alchemia Remedies. The Alchemia Remedies are a set of flower and sacred site remedies from Egypt. There are 18 flower remedies, and these remedies were created during the year 2000 and 2001. They were created on an island in the Nile, south of Cairo. It's a very beautiful place, and it has a very sacred garden called the Isis Garden. And this garden is called the Isis Garden because there's a monument there devoted to Isis. These remedies were created in this garden. The first remedy was actually the Nile lily, which lives in the Nile. And I used to watch the Nile lily float down the Nile. And it floats down, it's a large clump of green foliage that floats down the Nile. And then as it gets closer to the banks, it roots. It sends down its roots in the shallow mud. And when it does this, when it grounds itself, it sends up a beautiful purple flower. And I felt that this was an analogy for Egypt. A very crowded place where everybody has their moment to shine. Once you ground yourself, you have that moment to shine. So this was my inspiration for making the flower remedies. And as I said, that was the first remedy that I made. There are also 2 sacred site remedies. One was made at Dendara Temple, which is in Upper Egypt. And the last remedy was made at the Temple of the Sun, which is near Abu Sir. The Temple of the Sun is actually an alabaster altar, and I made this remedy during the Venus transit, which was June 8th, 2004. And when I made this remedy, I realized that it was the last remedy in this set. Also that these remedies are for this period of time, from the year 2004 to the year 2012, when Venus will transit the Earth again. This period of time is about the evolution of consciousness. It's prophesized, it's spoken about in many different traditions. The Mayan calendar is really about this evolution of consciousness and explains how we're in this last period. So these remedies are really for that last period, for doing that transformational work, for going deep inside, activating the DNA, and being able to live on all levels at the same time. The Mayans talk about this as the 7th day, when we activate all parts of ourselves, from the cellular level to the tribal level to the universal level. And we will exist on all these levels and be conscious of this existence on all these levels at the same time. The Alchemia remedies were named after Egypt. The ancient name for Egypt is Alchem or Alchemia, which is where the word alchemy comes from. And they really are about transformation. They're about this transformational process, this enlightenment process, purification process, however you want to look at it. This process of evolution, the evolution of consciousness, when we move into divine consciousness. In order to work with the remedies, I've created a course on the remedies, and this course begins with our own personal journey, talking about healing and awakening, talking about the evolution of consciousness, what that means, and helping you to create your own map on this journey. Then we move on to a background to build a foundation for using the remedies. I'll talk about energy, I'll talk about water and the importance of water, the healing properties of water, and then I'll also speak about miasms, which are really our energetic DNA, so that we can go back through time and activate our DNA and heal on all levels, even our ancestral level. From there, we go on to talk about flowers, working with flowers, intuiting with flowers. I'll teach you how to intuit with flowers. And then we'll talk about remedies. There are different remedy sets. So I'll explain a bit about different types of remedies, and then I'll speak about the alchemia remedies, specifically the story of how I made them, the story of each one of the flowers and the sacred sites, and also how to choose remedies, how to use the remedies, different ways to apply remedies, and also how to make elixirs, which is the way that I most often use the remedies. And I'll teach you how to create your own elixirs. From there, we'll go on to talk about working with other people, doing consultations, how to do a consultation, how to do a follow-up, how to help people choose remedies for themselves, and also how to help them on their journey to create their own map. So I hope that you'll join us on this journey of transformation.